Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. Here in the Northern Hemisphere, summer is finally upon us, which means super warm weather for a lot of us and the need to kind of mix up our moisturisers. Those thick, occlusive, rich moisturisers that served us well all winter long no longer cut it. You put them on and you almost feel like you can't sweat through it. It's heavy, it weighs you down, and we want to opt for something more lightweight. Unfortunately, a lot of lightweight summer moisturisers really don't do a whole lot. You know, they might go onto the skin, but within like 5 minutes, all moisturisation has dissipated. That doesn't have to be the case though. In this video, I want to share with you my top 5 summer moisturisers, lightweight, beautifully elegant and super hydrating. These will work year round for those of you that have super oily, acne prone skin, or for those with the drier skin type, could be your summer must have. So sit back, relax, let's talk the best summer moisturisers. Now before we delve into things, I would love to know what your own experience has been with any of the moisturisers mentioned in today's video. Sound up in the comment section and let me know. Have I missed out your favourite summer essential? Again, give it a shout out because I would love to hear your recommendations. Just promise me that whilst you're down there leaving your comment, you also remember to give this video a big thumbs up and a like. This is the best way of supporting me as a content creator because the more likes a video gets, the more widely YouTube will distribute it on its platform. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you all to each and every one of you that just takes that small moment out of your day to like the videos I create here on the channel. Genuinely means the world to me. Now, without further ado, let's cut that waffle and delve straight on in. Now, before we delve into things, let's just tackle that first question that I always get asked. Do you need a moisturiser? Well, in truth, not always. It depends on your skin type, what your skin's doing in that moment, and the environment, the level of humidity that you have around you. Most people will finish their skincare routine with a moisturiser as standard. A lot of us just need that extra hydration and nourishment. However, if you have super oily, acne-prone skin, it might just be the case that you can get a sunscreen which is moisturising enough to act as like a two-in-one. This is often what I do in those ridiculously warm summer months here in the UK. I created my own sunscreen, which is this, the Mad About Skin Protect and Hydrate Sunscreen, and I did so with that hydration in mind. This is packed full of some great moisturising agents alongside that broad spectrum SPF protection. So this acts as like a moisturiser and a sunscreen in one. On a lot of days, I will just apply this at the end of my skincare routine in place of a moisturiser. It keeps it super lightweight because you're using one product as opposed to two, and it helps trim the cost as well because, you know, like I say, one product doing it all. Cost isn't going to cut it for people who have a drier skin type that are probably going to want to use a moisturiser under their SPF, and that's where I think the products I talk about in today's video really do come into their own. Just be mindful that if you have a very oily skin type, moisturiser isn't essential. Listen to what your skin's saying on that day, what it needs, and then kind of layer accordingly. If you wanted to try out this sunscreen, it's currently on offer with a 15% discount using the discount code that I'll leave on the screen and linked in the description box below, because I think for me, formulating a sunscreen that's a moisturiser and SPF in one was a great way of cheating a more lightweight finish on the skin, but still giving the skin everything it needs in summer. For those of us that definitely need that little extra hydration, these are what I would call my top 5 summer moisturisers. Now, in at number 1, honestly, the best of the best, and I love this product so much that I matched my t-shirt to it today, is the FaceTheory Supergel Moisturiser. This is a game changer. I've used this on rotation consistently in summer for the past 3 years, and I love it. Recently ran out and I realised just how much my skin missed it, so I put some more on order and it's winging its way to me now. Just everything you need. So oil free, great for keeping it super lightweight, allowing the skin to almost breathe through it. Often when we're using thick and occlusive moisturisers in summer, it's preventing the skin from breathing, which is why it feels super sweaty, heavy, and just very uncomfortable. This oil-free, which is amazing. It's also got a touch of salicylic acid, which is going to help prevent congestion in the pores, you know, minimize the risk of any breakouts. It's got a dash of vitamin C in here, and it's packed full of aloe, which is great. Aloe is a great anti-aging ingredient, but it's also calming, soothing, and hydrating. This really does pack a punch. It's one of those moisturizers that is ridiculously lightweight, almost disappears on the skin, but it leaves behind a beautiful veil of hydration. I used to use a lot of FaceTheory products, and I really trimmed it down over the past couple of years, but the one that stayed with me time and time again is this Supergel moisturizer. I love it. I also keep it in the fridge for that ultimate cooling sensation. Because it's water-based, you can absolutely do that and it'll just work really well to just calm and soothe everything down. Hands down, my favourite summer moisturiser, and I think I pay like £16 for this, so it's really quite affordable and drugstore when you think you're getting your vitamin C, your salicylic acid and your moisturiser all in one. Best thing is, put this under the Mad About Skin sunscreen. They pair beautifully together and layer so well. If you just want to get a little extra hydration beyond what you're getting from the sunscreen alone, this is definitely a holy grail. Now, moving on to some other options. Whilst this is like streets ahead in my opinion, like 10 out of 10, ding ding ding, holy grail territory, there are some other options I do want to call out. Let's talk about this. This is the Geek and Gorgeous Hydration Station. So a new launch last year now, I think, and very much summer skin friendly. So you put this on skin, it's like lightweight, it's gel-like in its consistency, and it disappears. Look, that is gone without a trace. And if you let it sink in for like 20 seconds, there is very little like sense of it even being on the skin. It's that lightweight. But it does pack a punch. So it's got a 6% concentration of glycerin, one of my favourite humectants, that draws in and retains moisture within itself, which is an amazing way of just preserving the moisture that the skin already has within it. It's also got some great calming and soothing ingredients. So if you find that your skin becomes a little bit more irritation prone in summer, this could be a great option. It's one of those products that you can layer on top of itself. So if you find that one layer like that isn't quite enough, leave it a minute, put another thin layer on top, and it kind of just doubles down on the hydration that you're going to see. It has a nice plumping effect too. It's that glycerin just soaking up all that moisture and plumping itself out. So it has some very immediate short-term anti-aging benefits too. It's a gorgeous product, and it's one of those that's in the right size tube that you can throw it in your purse, in the car, wherever, and reapply during the day if you need to. But for me, I find that just one application of this on a morning is all you need. I've linked this in the description box below, as I will all the products mentioned today, but they actually have numerous different worldwide sites. So I've left links to the US, to Europe, to the UK. So wherever you are, make sure you use the right link, because that'll minimize the total shipping cost when you shop with Geek and Gorgeous. Just a top tip. But this, a really great product. Now, Korean moisturizers are known for their lightweight finish, and I'm not surprised because in Korea they have a lot of humidity, particularly in the warm summer months. So as a result, lots of brands formulate with those really lightweight, oil-free formulations. I think the best of the best when it comes to summer moisturizer out of Korea is this. This is the Skin 1004 Pro Bio Cica Enrich Cream. This is probably on the thicker side of the moisturizers I'm mentioning today. So if you want to transition to a summer moisturizer but you have a drier skin type, this is probably the one that I'd go for. Also has a great little scoop. So if you don't want to be putting your fingers in products, has a great scoop that you can use and a little ball on the other end, which keep in the fridge for that cooling, and you can just take it under the eye, which just helps like depuff everything on the morning. I really like this. I just think it's a nice extra touch that you get with the product. So in terms of how this applies, like I say, it's slightly, if you can see how that is, it's slightly thicker than the Geek and Gorgeous and the FaceTheory one, which honestly I think is going to be beneficial for people with drier skin types. But if you see how this dials in, it takes a little bit longer to work in than that FaceTheory one or the Geek and Gorgeous, but it still disappears without leaving you feeling thick, weighed down, and almost like you've used too much product. Beautiful. So hydrating, so nourishing, and it's got a lot of Centella Asiatica in here, which I love, to calm, soothe, and pairs so well with vitamin C that you probably already have in your skincare routine to quadruple the amount of additional collagen that vitamin C is producing. So I always recommend using Centella and vitamin C in the same routine, and this is a great way of getting your Centella fix in your summer moisturizer. So we're into the home straight, but there's still two other products I want to talk about, but I guess are a little bit more situational, which is why I left them to the end. So first of it is this. This is the PSA Skin Silver Lining Moisturizer. This game-changing if you've got an active breakout. So for me, actually, my skin at the moment is doing what it should be. It's been well behaved. So I had a breakout probably about a month ago, fading some hyperpigmentation linked to that, but I haven't got an active breakout going on at the moment. So I'm tending to use the other products I've mentioned. But if I have an active breakout, first moisturizer I reach for is this. And the reason for it is it kind of stops that breakout in its tracks. Super lightweight, doesn't feel like you're wearing anything on the skin, but it's got multiple different acids in here, which are going to decongest the skin, minimize breakouts, but also fade and prevent any hyperpigmentation from emerging. It's also got some silver in here, which is a great antimicrobial. So it minimizes the amount of acne causing bacteria on the skin, which is why I think this is so effective. I would say to anybody that, like me, is in their 30s, 40s, or beyond, still suffering with adult acne, if you almost sit there fearing the next breakout, I know how that feels, actually just make sure that you've got this in your skincare collection. The first sign of that breakout emerging, use this in place of your standard moisturizer, and you'll see it just cuts it off in its tracks. prevents that breakout from really gathering pace, and helps to minimize any hyperpigmentation that you might see as a result of it. So good. It's not the cheapest product out there, but I always think it's one of those products that's worth having in your collection. Keep it in the fridge for that ultimate cooling as well. And the second you see the first signs of that breakout, slap this on morning and evening for a couple of days, and I promise you the breakout will come to nothing. Now finally, let's talk this, The Ordinary Natural Moisturizing Factors plus Beta Glucan. Now this isn't my favorite of the summer moisturizers. I much prefer the FaceTheory one, the Geek and Gorgeous one, and that Skin 1004. I think they just, I don't know, they just feel so good on the skin. But these brands aren't accessible everywhere in the world, and so I wanted to give a truly accessible option, and just about everyone can get their hands on The Ordinary. They now ship to India, I know they now ship to Pakistan, a lot of other countries that maybe they didn't used to ship to, which makes it just a universal product that everyone can get. This is a true gel. That beta glucan is a great humectant, calms and soothes, and this just disappears without a trace. Again, keep it in the fridge for that ultimate cooling, but this is just a nice, easy to find, easy to access drugstore moisturizer that's perfect for summer for all skin types. It's probably not going to be hydrating enough for those with a drier skin type, so you're going to want to use multiple layers of it, but again, layers well on top of itself without a problem. Or you could just get a super hydrating sunscreen. Use a little of The Ordinary first, put your sunscreen on top, and it just doubles down on that hydration. Definitely worthy of a place in this list. Whilst it's not my personal favourite, so easy to get, and this is why I'm always happy to recommend it, because I always want to recommend products that are accessible to as many people as possible. I would love to know, what are your thoughts on the products mentioned today? Have I missed out your holy grail? Let me know in the comment section below. For me, I would recommend everyone just check out that FaceTheory Supergel Moisturiser. I think it's wonderful, universal, and truly lightweight. It also means you don't need a salicylic acid serum or vitamin C serum. It's kind of like a one and done in that respect. If though that you don't want to shop FaceTheory or you want something a little bit more hydrating, that Skin 1004 definitely delivers, as does that Geek and Gorgeous. These are just my favourites. And once a year, I like to film this video to update you guys with what I'm doing with my skin in summer to help you on your summer skincare journey. Wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and love your skin. Take care. Bye.